right now, and you do it so well. Can you look at me? And I'm taking steps in case
Hello. Welcome to the first ever, believe it or not, live on YouTube. We are streaming out to the country. Hello. My name is Jake Love. I am the quiz master for this evening. With me to compete for the day, I have Jono. Say hi.
Jacob Love, how you doing? Great to be here.
I'm beautiful, Jono. How are you? How's your day been treating you?
It's not too bad. I'm excited for this. I don't get to do these quizzes anymore because I write them. I didn't write this one. But yeah, I'm really happy to be here. I'd rather be watching Sunderland till I die, but that can wait. So no, it's good to be here. A shout out to a few people. I want to give a shout out to Elliot Smith of Radio Sport, the great Elliot Smith. I want to give a shout out to Jess from Latrobe, Pennsylvania, and I want to give a shout out to my mum, whose birthday is tomorrow. So there you go.
Great. Well, thanks for the shout-outs, Jono. And with us as well, we have Andre. Andre, do you want to say hi?
Yeah, hi guys. I also work for Believe It or Not. Nice to talk to you directly. You guys don't get a lot of contact with us because you don't really know who writes these dang things that you do. But it's kind of nice to see people in the chat and see people actually enjoy it. So that's cool. And also, happy birthday, Mrs. Morgan.
Hey, that's, happy birthday to Mrs. Morgan. All right, the track that you heard coming in there was a lovely New Zealand artist by the name of Lavina. You can check her out on Spotify. That was her new song. It is called Look at Me. She's actually a friend of mine. She's great. I love her music. All right, before we crack into the quiz, I'm just going to go through some quick ground rules that we have. Not really ground rules, just some DIY. First thing for you guys to know, no, we can't mark your scores live. If you're playing along at home, just use your honesty system. Check on your friends, check on yourself. This is more about having fun, giving you guys something to do, keep everyone entertained than competing. We can't really send out prizes, but we encourage you to play along, keep your scores, and if you score particularly well, send them through to us. And we'll be posting some of the highest scores we get on an honor system. Now, our quiz is aimed at the age group 18 to 80 because typically speaking, it is a pub quiz. Having said that, it's family friendly, it's family safe. You don't need to put the kids to bed just yet. They can sit around and see what they know, test their knowledge. For those of you who are in the YouTube chat and saying hello, nice to see you. We've been reading your comments leading into the countdown. It's great to have so many people here, so many quiz hosts from across the country joining for their first quiz they've got to take part in 20 years, so we really appreciate that. There is a bit of a delay, so we can't reply immediately, but we will be replying when we can. Please don't be trolling in the chat. Don't be posting anything gross or rude or anything like that. We are moderating it, so we'll have if you start, we might have to bring in the security. And of course, if you're posting answers in the chat, I think a little bit of that is fine, but please wait until we get to the answer rounds. And if you're playing along and you don't want to get questions spoiled for yourself or answered, maybe don't read the chats. Maybe check. Put your chat on mute or hide it away so you don't spoil it. All right, we have 4 rounds for you tonight. Round 1 is going to be TV and cinema. Round 2 is going to be fruit and veg. Round 3 is going to be how many. And round 4 is going to be sports and games. Everyone's favorite round that they love. Cracking right in. John, are you ready to compete?
I can't wait. It's been years, as I said, so let's go. Here we got a quiz.
Right.
Let's go.
Andre, are you ready to compete?
Yeah, I'm ready. Sorry, Scott Bevan. That intro took a while, but yeah, we see you in the chat.
We had to do it.
Yeah, so of course, John and Andre are quiz writers here at Believe It or Not, so don't be surprised if they tend to be getting pretty high scores in the round, and if they get a low score in the round, feel free to roast them mercilessly in the chat, because they should be doing better. Moving in to question 1, round 1 of TV and cinema. Here we go. So here's our round 1. Straight into it. This is some of the cast of what TV show consisting of a 10-episode first season and a 90-episode second season? That's I was telling Jono earlier that one of the questions in the quiz, it's actually this one, has one of my favorite bits of trivia recently, which is that they had a 10-episode first season and a 90-episode second season.
That is interesting. How does that work?
So I was looking into this today. So they had a 10-episode first season. It kind of tanked a little bit. And so for the second season, they decided that they would do 4 episodes every Monday night, 4 in a row, back to back of this show, to really try and make it take off.
And it did. It wasn't a great show, but it did take off.
Yeah, so anyway, I want to know your answers to that. Moving on to question number 2. Who played the characters Bill Hartford, Brian Flanagan, Cole Trickle, and Nathan Algren?
I think I can tell you the first 3 movies, but I can't remember the 4th one. But I know who it is.
Always overachieving, aren't you, Jono?
There you go.
The first 3 movies. I just want to know the guy's name. And Andre, how are you feeling about that one?
Pretty good. Nathan Algren gave me that one.
All right.
Oh, okay. Bill Hartford gave it to me.
All right. Well, we'll move on to question number 3. TV and movies, TV and cinema. This is the back of which actor's head?
It's a good round so far, I got to say.
Yeah, you're a fan of the films we've been showing.
Fan of our product. No, you did well there, Jakey.
Yeah.
A good round.
All right. Well, you guys seem to know that one. I'll leave it for a couple more seconds for New Zealand to see if they've got that one on lock. And if they do, we'll move on to question number 4.
No one's posted any answers. It's good.
Roma was the first ever film by what company to be nominated for a Best Picture Oscar?
I reckon it should have won as well.
Yeah, it was a bit of a robbery, I thought.
Green Book.
Yeah, I don't have a lot to say about Green Book personally.
I don't think history will either, no.
Yeah. It
I
was
don't know
a
how
movie.
many people saw Roma, but I think this question is easy enough to guess, even if you haven't seen the movie. So that's okay.
Yes, I agree.
I'll say a quick hello before moving on to Crystal Fish, whose entire quiz team is participating in a group chat. Good on you. Thanks for coming.
Stacey K like Green Book. I mean, I like Mahershala Ali. I like the actors. Viggo Mortensen.
That was brave trying to pronounce that. Live
I did a little bit of it. I did okay.
All right, we're moving on to
Not quite.
question number 5, round 1. This is the theme song of what recently
Oh.
concluded animated series? All right, give you about there of it. I'm expecting big answers from you boys on this one, Jono. I know that we've actually talked about this one around the office many times.
Hollywood stars and celebrities. Do they know things?
What do they know? Do they know things? Let's find out.
Let's find out.
One of my favorite TV shows there. I had to slip it in, for our quiz. Question number 6. What British comedy TV show aired in various forms between 1955 and 1991 in over 140 countries? How you boys feeling there? You know on that one?
I don't love this.
I don't adore it. I'm just kind of going to name a TV show and hope for the best.
Big TV show, big TV show. I'm hoping you guys will have answers for me that I can be proud of, but that remains to be seen. Moving on to question number 7. I once played which famous TV mum? You got to know who it is first, I guess, as well.
Florence Henderson.
Well, clearly Jono knows who it is. But which famous TV mum did she play? All right.
Yeah, sorry, Claire. We are being a little chatty. We'll try and strike a balance so that we're not talking as much during the rounds and talk more during the answers, but
Yeah.
we're also kind of afraid of silence because it is broadcast. It's not like in a pub where you kind of be quiet between questions as the host. So we'll try and strike the right balance there for you.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
just excited to talk to Jake.
Yeah, human interaction at this point is just very welcome. We're moving on to question number 8. This actor played Nero Padilla in which TV series, whose 7th and final season was in 2014? He's a handsome guy, eh?
Oh, Jimmy Smits, yeah.
Jono, you're giving all these clues away, man. Everyone at home.
Yeah, they hate it when hosts do that. I'm not even the host. I shouldn't be doing it.
All right.
Yeah, Claire's all right. We have pretty thick skin. It's all good.
Yeah. Don't. This is our first one as well for people in chat who are asking us to be quiet or telling us whatever. Please, your feedback's super welcome. This is our first one. We're feeling it out as we go. So if there's things you're liking or not liking, absolutely feel free to tell us. So far, I'm getting a few people saying that it's hard, but that's all right. Sometimes quizzes are hard. Moving on to question number 9. Which 1970s TV superhero caught victims using a gold lasso? Also, just to highlight my favorite comment from just before, somebody just replied, "No, he's ugly," which is
Jimmy Smits?
Yeah.
No.
Just took him out. My God.
Anyway, which 1970s TV superhero caught victims using a gold lasso? Giving the teams a bit of space to chat amongst themselves, try and figure it out.
Knickers Pickers. I know Knickers Pickers.
All right.
You're giving them the most silence for the easiest question in the round.
And moving on to our last one of the quiz, I thought up this genius question today only because I felt like it would probably stump both of you boys. So moving into question number 10. Which bachelor won the affections of Lily McManus in this week's finale of The Bachelorette New Zealand? Was it Jesse, Richie, or Quinn?
So Lily actually chose somebody, whereas Lucina did not, correct?
Yeah, Lucina did not choose anyone. And watching last night was one of the most awkward behind the final rows. But Lily did pick somebody, and as far as I can tell, they're still together. If you go on her Instagram, they've posted stories together in quarantine. But anyway, who was it? Jesse, Richie, or Quinn?
I don't watch this crap since birth. That is more than fair, to be honest.
All right. And here's the first clue of our ponderous puzzle. You're going to get 4 ponderous puzzle clues today. And you will have, I'm going to give you boys 10 points if you get it in the first round, 8 points if you get it in the second round, 6 points if you get it in the third round, and 4 points if you get it in the last round. Here we go. I am a city granted that status in 1880, but I was formed many years earlier and noted for my rich architectural heritage. According to my country's most recent census, my population is about 466,000. There is a burgeoning homosexual scene here with a rainbow street sign advertising the quarter. Seen to the right here, the Lumiere brothers filmed the world's first tracking shots, the beginning of a fruitful connection with cinema for me. My twin cities include Shanghai and Rio de Janeiro. So, what's going to happen now? Andre and John are going to send through their answers to me. And if you're playing along at home, you can take a guess and maybe just track your guesses. And then we'll move into the answers in a little bit.
Fair point by Knickers. We're not doing a second glance, are we? I think she asked about, Knickers Pickers asked about the second glance, but I don't think we have one.
No, second glance usually goes with the if it's an image round or a pretty quick round with music over the top. Because this is more of a traditional round, there won't be a second glance for the round one.
All right, Jakey, I will send you my answers.
All right. Great work. Cool, we did it. We got through it. We got through a round, boys.
Feels good.
Feels good. Should we go through some answers?
Yeah, I don't know how much time is enough to give to people if the chat wants to chime in on that. Because in a pub, we'd normally give them a few minutes, but who knows at home? I don't know.
All right. And Andre, have you got answers for me?
Sorry, just copy pasting now.
That's all right. All right, so we are going to move into our answers for round one. Here we go. So, TV and cinema answers. This is some of the cast of what TV show? Jono, what did you have written down for me?
That is the great Charlie. Well, maybe the great Charlie Sheen isn't the way to put it now for Charlie Sheen.
That's Charlie
Once upon
Sheen.
a time, the great Charlie Sheen. But 2.5 Men is the show.
All right, and Andre, what did you have written down?
I assumed it had to be a trick question, and I'm pretty sure it's anger management.
The answer is anger management.
Wow.
Yeah, so
All right,
anger
a trick.
management. 10 episodes in the first season, 90 in the second season. Insane. I don't know any other shows with a record of about that length. That's crazy to me.
That is crazy. And also, yeah, I remember like Spin City, 2.5 Men, and anger management are the only things I remember by Charlie. So
Yeah.
it wasn't going to be Spin City.
Yeah. So, anger management is the answer I was looking for there. Question number 2. Who played the characters, these characters here? Jono even knew the movies. It was, of course, Jono, who did you have?
Go to Dre.
Okay, Andre, who did you have?
Oh, this guy wants me to answer.
Well, you go second. I go third.
I had Tom Cruise because I believe Nathan is from The Last Samurai.
All right.
I don't
So Bill Hartford is Eyes Wide Shut. Brian Flanagan's Cocktail. Cole Trickle, that's Days of Thunder, I think. Tom Cruise, yeah.
Yeah, and all right. Not only did they get them right, they got all the movies as well between them. Eyes Wide Shut, Cocktail, Days of Thunder, and The Last Samurai. It is, of course, Tom Cruise. Moving on.
I'll take credit for that. Yep, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, it was a team effort. We all got there together. This is the back of which actor's head?
So this is Matt Damon from Elysium.
Yeah, I had the same thing. I didn't know whether it was that. There's that really good, like Peter Jackson produced movie where the main character is like South African and there's alien bugs and stuff. They had a similar suit, but I'm pretty sure this is Matt Damon, not that movie.
All right. Well, yeah, you're both correct. It is, of course, Matt Damon from Elysium. Well, Matt Damon's is technically the answer because we wanted to know the back of whose head. But
If you wrote Matt Damon, you didn't get it right.
Yeah,
if
you just wrote Matt Damon without the apostrophe S on the end, you were incorrect. No, it is, of course, Matt Damon is the answer I was looking for there. Question number 4. Roma is the first ever film by what company, Jono?
This one, okay, I will answer this one as well. This one is Netflix. Netflix did Roma.
All right, and Andre, what did you have written down?
Yeah, I had the same.
Okay. It is, of course, Netflix, Roma. Won Best Director and a couple of others that year, I believe. Is that correct?
What's that? It won Best Director, it won Best Foreign Film. But yeah, picture was Green Book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Robbed. All right. Moving on to question number 5. This is the theme song of what recently concluded animated series. Andre, did you have this one for me?
Yeah, I assume BoJack Horseman, just from the meta clues there.
Right, from the clues you were getting. And Jono, what did you have written down?
Oh yeah, BoJack Horseman.
It is, of course, the great television show, BoJack Horseman. Check it out on Netflix if you haven't. It's one of my favorite shows. A big fan. What British comedy TV show aired in various forms between 1955 and 1991 in over 140 countries? I'm going to flick to Andre here. Andre, what did you have for this one?
The only 50s British show that I can remember was Benny Hill. So I put Benny Hill, but I have no idea.
All right. It's a pretty good answer. And Jono, what did you have down for me?
I did not say Benny Hill, but I think it probably is Benny Hill now that he said it. But yeah, I said Heidi High, but I was just guessing. But
Heidi
I think
High.
Benny Hill,
You're just guessing.
Benny Hill is the answer, isn't it?
You're both
I didn't
just
know
guessing.
Heidi High was that long. Old, rather.
I doubt it.
Yeah, 1955 is very old. That's a long run for a show. It is, of course, the Benny Hill show. I'm going to give it to Andre for just Benny Hill because, that's what it is. But, yeah, Benny Hill is correct. It's not Heidi High.
No.
Sorry, Jono. I'm going to give you an answer. Bidey bye. No, I can't do it. A bidey bye, Jono. You're getting for that one. Moving on to question number 7. Florence Henderson once played which famous TV mum, Jono?
Carol Brady.
Carol Brady. Andre?
I just put Brady. I didn't know the first name. I don't know.
That's all right. I will accept Brady. For anyone playing along at home, I'm going to accept Brady. It was Carol Brady, Mrs. Brady of the Brady Bunch. Yeah, Mama Brady. Matriarch Brady, whatever you want to call her. Jimmy Smits played Nero Padilla in which TV series whose 7th and final season was in 2014? Andre, what answer did you have for this one?
It was like top of my tongue, but I guessed Narcos, which is absolutely wrong. I don't even think he's in that show.
All right, Narcos. And Jono, did you have an answer?
I said Sons of Anarchy, which is a show I've never seen. I've heard it's good, but I know Jimmy Smits was in that show.
All right. I can tell you it is Sons of Anarchy, which is a point to Jono, not a point to Andre. Question number 9. Which 1970s TV superhero caught victims using a gold lasso? Jono, who did you have for this one?
That's Wonder Woman.
Wonder
Linda
Woman.
Carter.
And Andre, who did you have?
Yep.
Wonder Woman. All right. Oh, it is, of course. Wow, that
We're
is
getting a lot of comments that want us to speed up a little.
Want us to speed up a little?
I imagine that's probably accurate.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, and lastly, which bachelor won the affections? Jesse, Richie, or Quinn? Jono, who did you think it was?
Never watched it, but Richie, I think, is the answer.
All right, and Andre, who did you have down for me?
Yeah, I had Richie as well, just because it was in the news all the time. But
all right.
That's about it.
Cool. Well, and I can tell you guys at home that both of these brilliant boys both have got the ponderous puzzle straight off the bat, which means I'm going to go to a scoreboard and you will see that... Oh, sorry. Here is the scores as they stand. Jonathan is on 18 and Andre is 1 ahead on 19. It's neck and neck as we go into our next round of the quiz, which is going to be... Oh, sorry, there's your answer, guys. It's Richie. Sorry about that. Our next round, which is fruit and veg. A very everyone's favorite round. Here we go. We live with which Australian duo in a cul-de-sac called Cuddles Avenue? So these two characters live with what Australian duo in a cul-de-sac called Cuddles Avenue?
Chat is very mixed on the page.
So
A lot of people like us rambling along. Yeah, I think we want to keep it conversational for you guys, just in case. Yeah, we're just afraid of silence, I think, a little bit as well.
Someone in the chat called Matt Ansley says that his money is on Andre.
Wow.
I mean, if we're taking bets.
Yeah. If you go to the TAB website, I think there is actually live betting on this. Thanks to
I'd be 220 right now, I think.
The TAB for the sponsorship.
No, it's just nice to talk to Jake, Love, and Andre as well. I've known Andre 20 years. I've known Jake a couple of years now, so...
Yeah.
No, it's nice.
Anyway.
That's fine, yeah.
Moving on to question number 2. Question number 2 is... Carrots are packed full of carotenes, which metabolize into which vitamin in humans when eaten, a lack of which can cause poor vision?
Marie says it's nice to hear people she's not related to. That's right.
Oh, thank you to Savannah Grace, who said, if people want one without chat, there are heaps online. This is precious human contact for some of us at the moment. Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
you know.
and we provided those quizzes for free the other day as well. So yeah, you can do those ones too.
Yeah, and we
but
do.
it's nice to have 1,200 people. It's very nice to have all of you in here, every single one of you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And thanks to Clark Matthews, who says happy birthday to Sean Dedikind and say your prayers. Moving on to question number 3. I share my name with which vegetable? And you're going to get a little video clip here. Potentially. Oh. I share my name with which vegetable? Hey, it's just like you're in a pub.
Yeah, it just goes wrong for no reason. That's very authentic.
Here we go.
Says for your lifetime achievement in films. Excuse me.
Thank you, Roger, for this marvelous award. It's a tremendous honor to be recognized by the Academy. I never dreamed when I came to Hollywood in 1934 that I'd be standing here to receive an award from a man who was the idol of all of us. This is an important moment in my life. I feel a great sense of accomplishment, not only for myself, but for all my colleagues with whom I've worked over the years. The actors, the writers, the directors, those exceptionally dedicated and devoted technicians. Without Arthur, I would not be standing here tonight at this highest point of my career. And I thank him, and I thank the Academy for allowing a farm boy from Long Island to realize this dream.
All right. So he shares his name with which vegetable? I'm also enjoying a comment from Savannah Grace who says, I've suddenly forgotten the name of every vegetable ever. It's very enjoyable. All right. So I want to know what vegetable he shares his name with. Moving on to question number 4. Featuring somewhere below here, Annabelle, Blue Congo, Irish Cobbler, Lady Balfour, and Yukon Gold are all types of what?
There's some vegetables for you, Savannah, in case you were wondering.
Yeah, if you just name a few of those, and one of them's probably bound to be right. I, of course, will only accept one answer from each of you boys, because I hold you to a higher pedigree than I do the rest of the country. I expect more from you boys. Does that sound fair?
left you hanging on that.
Yeah, great. All right, moving on to question number 5. Adding one letter to the name of this young lass gives you what drink? So, first you got to know who she is. Figure that out. Then add a letter and tell me what drink you're going to get.
I know her first name. I don't know the last name, though. That's so annoying.
You'll get there.
Because I assume it's the dad's last name, but I've forgotten who the dad is.
Yeah.
I love the mum. The mum's one of the great actresses. Underrated, like kind of crazy now, but I do like her.
Yeah.
More a con man than crazy, I think, with the group thing. She makes a ton of money.
I like Goop.
Good on her. Makes a ton of money.
Another classic pub quiz banter in the chat. Matt Ansley again. I think I know that guy. Has said, I just saw one person come back from the bathroom and I think they were Googling answers.
Classic gag.
Classic
We got to
gag.
get Matt Ansley on this at some point.
All right.
Paulie wants us to shout out to Porky and Shanks. I have no idea what that means. I hope it's not a dirty joke. But
shout out to them.
Porky.
All right, moving on to question number 6. This is the national tree of Bangladesh. It produces what fruit? The national fruit of India, Pakistan, and the Philippines.
Oh, and a shout out to Nicholas Scarborough and her family as well, who are watching.
All right. So I want to know what the fruit is. I want you boys to write it down. I want the rest of the country to write it down and see how you go. Moving on to question number 7. Graham Onions played which sport professionally for England from 2009 to 2012?
This is one of those questions people get annoyed by those where you put sport.
Yeah.
You
don't
put
have
sport in
to.
a food and drink round. Yeah.
You don't have
We're
to.
ramming sports down your throat, guys.
You don't
People
have
hate
to.
that.
You don't have to jump in our Facebook messages, guys. We do know that occasionally sports questions pop up in other rounds. We're aware. We do our best, but sometimes it just happens.
Because his name is Onions, you see. It's an incredible pun.
Yeah,
That's why
and brilliant comic writing from us and the quiz team there, I think.
Zara just overpaid for a glass of wine. Yeah.
All right, so moving on to question number 8. What are the 4 main fruit and vegetable components of a Greek salad?
Shout out to Joshua Casson as well.
Yeah, he would he would like us to stop the shout out, so shout out to Josh.
I've had a few people ask in the chat if if there's going to be a time for drinks refills. Yes, there's going to be a list that'll be after this round. We'll have a list that'll go for maybe 5 or 10 minutes. You guys will have time to go to the bathroom, grab a drink, grab a snack if you're hungry or whatever. Andre, Jono, and I might take a quick break to do the same, and then we'll be back for rounds 3 and 4. So, moving on to question number 9. These 2 actors starred together in what 2002 film? John, are you feeling confident on that one?
Yeah, it's not a great film, but yeah, I've seen it. That's Colin Hanks there on the right. That's Tom Hanks' son.
Yeah, and
Jackie Black. Yeah.
Andre, do you recognize the men?
I do.
Great. And do you know the film?
Thinking.
All right. Well, you got a little more time to think, and then we're going to move on. Moving on to question number 10. Which of these is not found in Queensland? A, B, or C? You've got the giant mango on the right, the giant banana, or SpongeBob's house on the left.
Big Pineapple is one of my favorite places in the world.
Really?
I love it.
I mean,
I've enjoyed every time I've been there.
Quite literally low-hanging fruit, Jono.
I've been there 3 or 4 times. I love it. We've got the ponderous, but you're still going to do it in a sec.
Oh yeah,
But
I'm gonna, because we've got a bit of a more condensed quiz. Even though you guys have got it, I'll give every round. We'll get the ponderous puzzle clues. Speaking of which, here is the next clue for your ponderous puzzle. For those of you at home who are still looking, you'll get the answer at the end. Write down your guess every round, and you can see when you got it and award yourself the points. Here we go. Herman Melville's novel Redburn is set here. The 3rd golf major of 2014 was held nearby. I was once described as the New York of Europe. A testament to my once great wealth is Pier Head, a UNESCO World Heritage Site of great beauty. The Great Depression hit me pretty hard, with 30% of my population being unemployed, and this is my only airport, which is named after one of my most famous citizens. For those of you at home who are still looking, that's your next clue. For 8 points in your second round. So if you want to write down how many points you'll get if you get it right, and your guess at home, and then once we reveal the answer, you can see how many you got. All right, should we move into some answers? Have you boys sent your answers in for me?
I have.
And Andre, have I got your answers as well?
You should do. I pressed enter. There we go.
Yeah, it looks like I've got everyone's answers here, so let's move into some answer rounds for everyone. All right, Here we go. The answers to your food and drink round. Fruit and veg, rather. Sorry, not food and drink. Rat in a Hat and Morgan and the Teddy Bear Live. Andre, who do they live with?
B1 and B2.
B1 and B2. Jono?
Yeah, B1 and B2, the bananas pajamas.
All right, I'm assuming you boys have probably got those answers right. It is, of course, the bananas in pajamas, B1 and B2. All right, moving on. Question number 2. Carrots are packed full of carotenes, which metabolize into what vitamin? Jono, what did you have written down for me?
Vitamin C.
Vitamin C. And Andre, what did you have written down for me?
Vitamin A.
Vitamin A. That's going to be a point to Andre, no point to
Yeah.
Jono. It is
I don't know my
vitamin
vitamin.
A. Well, we're quiz
That's
writers,
fine,
you know. Nobody can expect us to be the healthiest people in the world as quiz writers, I imagine. But moving on. Most noticed as being the producer of 17 James Bond films. Shares his name with which vegetable? Andre, what vegetable?
Broccoli.
Broccoli. And Jono?
Yeah, chubby broccoli.
Chubby broccoli.
Or cubby
Broccoli. Albert R. Broccoli is the man. His name is on all the James Bond posters. Broccoli is the right answer. Moving on. Question number 4. Featuring below. They're all types of what? And they've been kindly highlighted here for us. So
That's great work by whoever made those slides.
But I do know what you boys have written in, so don't you lie to me. Jono, what did you say?
Yeah, I had the potato. Again, it's just, this is a quiz classic, so
Yeah, and Andre?
kind of helps.
Yeah, I went with taters.
All right, taters. Potatoes is correct. I'm not accepting taters. Because, that's fine. And adding 1 letter to the name of Gwyneth Paltrow and Chris Martin's eldest child gives you what drink? Andre, I'm assuming, what did you have written down for me?
I had apple Paltrow.
Apple.
Not a drink.
No, it's not.
Not a drink. I couldn't think of anything.
If you
Apple
guys
Paltrow.
don't go to a bar and order an apple Paltrow, they will give you nothing and ask you to leave. Jono, what did you have written down?
Yeah, the apple martini.
Apple martini. The apple martini is
the kid's name is Apple, Stacy. That's why.
Yeah.
Because of course it is. Why wouldn't it be?
Apple Martin. Add an I, it becomes apple martini. This is the national tree. It produces what fruit? Jono.
I believe it's the mango.
All right, and Andre, what do you believe it is?
Yeah, I went mango as well.
All right, believe it or not, hey, it is the mango. Is of course what we were looking for there. Question 7. Graham Onions played what sport professionally for England? Andre?
No idea. Football.
Football. Jono?
English cricketer. Cricket.
Cricket is correct. So, Jono, catching up in the fruit and veg round. Andre, letting us down a little bit. What are the 4 main fruit and vegetable components of a Greek salad? I'm going to throw to Jono.
I mean, I'm going to let you down here. I don't know. I mean, tomato, olives, and cheese are going to be there, but otherwise, I don't know.
All right. And Andre, do you know?
Cucumber, tomato, onion, definitely, and then I went olives for the 4th.
All right. The answer is cucumbers, olives, onions, and tomatoes.
Oof, it's kind of unfair because I'm sort of from around there. So
yeah, that's all right. You know,
it helps. You know,
that's why I'm putting cheese down.
Jono just didn't do his research here clearly, and that's fine too. You know, it's okay to be not as good as somebody else, Jono. That's fine. Jack Black and Colin Hanks, who were those 2 actors, starred together in what 2002 film? Jono, you seem to know this pretty quick. You said you'd seen it. It's not great. What
it's
film
Orange
was it?
County. Orange County, sorry to jump in there, but Orange County's the film.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And Andre?
Yeah, I got there in the end. It took me an embarrassing amount of time, but I got there.
Yeah. Did you just go through every film you could think of that was named after a fruit or vegetable?
But almost, yeah. And I said Orange County in my head like 7 times, but I was like, no, that's a TV show. That's a TV show. Yeah.
Well, it is, of course, Orange County. That's the answer. Oh, that audio's come in the wrong point in time. Hey, what can you
wonderful.
do? That's just quizzing for you, baby. All right, moving on to answer number 10. Which of these is not found in Queensland? SpongeBob's house, the big banana, or the big mango? The big pineapple is the one. Jono, what did you have for me?
Okay, so the Big Pineapple, like I've said, is my favorite place. I know that's in Queensland. I've been many times. I've never been to the Big Mango, but I know that the Big Banana is in Sydney-ish, New South Wales-ish.
Okay, so your answer was the big banana?
Yeah, B. Yeah.
All right, and Andre, your answer?
Okay, I had no idea. I just assumed mango wouldn't be the answer twice because we know what we're doing, but apparently, I don't know.
All right. So you said, so you said mango for your answer?
Yeah, I would see, man. I think
All
so.
right. The answer was B, the big banana, which is in New South Wales. So those are your answers for the fruit and veg round, which very interestingly is going to make the scoreboard look like this.
Wow.
Jono on 26, Andre
We can't
also
let it
on
end that way
26.
because people will think it's rigged. There's no way.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I think one of you has to tank it for the good of the quiz. All right, we're going to move into our list now. I'm going to put the list up on the screen. Here we go. It is any book specifically in the series about Jason Bourne, written either by Robert Ludlum or Eric Van Lustbader, is your list. Once again, just going to need 10 from you people. So if you want to write down your best 10, Jono and Andre, your best 10 as well. And we'll take a little break as well. And then we'll be back in about, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes, and we'll crack into the rest of the quiz. I'll give you answers to the list. Take a break, grab another drink, and we'll see you in a little bit. All right, I can see very quickly in the YouTube chat there are a few people asking how the list works. They've never seen it before, or it's their first time doing one of our quizzes. I'll briefly explain to you how it works. Basically, what you've got here is a list. There's a bunch of options that you can look for. I want to know 10 of them. So I want you to write down your best 10 guesses at the names of the books in the series. And then I'll give you a point for everyone you get right. After you get one incorrect, you're going to stop scoring for everyone after that. So your number one should be your strongest guess. If you 100% know, you should do that one first. And then if you're like, oh, I think it's this, but I have no idea, I'm really not sure, put it towards the end. And if it's wrong, then, the ones after it won't get scored, but everyone before it will. Anyway, we'll be back in about 5 minutes or so to kick back in. In the meantime, good luck with your list. Get a drink, chat amongst your teams, count up your scores, and we'll see you in a bit. Hello, welcome back. How is everyone doing? We are going to roll into some answers for your list really quickly. First off, I'm just going to go through some of my favorites that I've seen in the chat for answers that I'm really enjoying. I've seen Born in the USA, that's pretty good. Born to Run, Born to Be Wild, Born to Quiz. Somebody said Born in Isolation, which is a bit real about now. And I've also enjoyed Born to Electric Boogaloo. All right, I'll bring your boys back in. Welcome back, Jono and Andre. Are you ready to go through some answers?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I got my 4. I know my 4.
All
That's
right,
it.
here we go. So, the answers were ascendancy, betrayal, deception, dominion, enigma, identity, imperative, initiative, legacy, nemesis, objective, retribution, sanction, supremacy, and ultimatum. Those are the possible options of 15. I hope you all managed to get a few of those.
I
Jono,
assume it was written because, most teams will get 4. And then after that, good luck. 'cause
yeah,
nobody
absolutely.
reads
You know, you can get. I'm assuming most people can get the movie ones. And then after that, if you don't know, you're kind of on your own. But like Andre did, you can just throw out some classic Tom Clancy adjectives and be not Tom Clancy, but Robert Ludlum and stuff, adjectives, and be likely to get some right, which he actually did. After the list, the scores for the boys, I can update you, look like this. So, Jono is on 30, Andre is on 32.
Whew,
So,
tight.
Andre has taken a 2-point lead, but it is an absolutely neck and neck between these two boys.
It's a dogfight.
It really is. You really, it could go any which way in the next few rounds. Speaking of, should we move on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Fair point, Claire. Definitely nouns. We are dumb.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You're right. And nouns
We
are
can
not.
write quiz questions and that's about it. We don't have much else.
Listen, random trivia, we know. Grammar, sometimes that's a Google. But of course they are nouns. Moving on to round number 3, which is going to be how many. For those of you who are new, every number from 1 to 10 features in this round as an answer. Of course, our boys know that, but if you're playing along at home, basically your answer is going to be a number from 1 to 10. Here we go. How old was Tatum O'Neal when she became the youngest Oscar winner ever for her role in Paper Moon? Jono, our resident Oscar chief, how are you feeling about that one?
Pretty good. This is a famous piece of trivia, Tatum O'Neal, who
Right.
would, of course, later marry John McEnroe.
Yeah, Andre, how are you feeling?
I've narrowed it down to like 2 digits, so I'll wait
Okay.
for the other questions.
Yeah, no, that's cool. All
Can I
right.
do a shout out, by the way, to the Morningside Pub, to the Citizen Park Pub, and the Good Home in Mount Eden? I'll do a shout out to those 3. That's the last shout out.
No, you can't, Jono.
Can't do it?
I'm gonna deduct a point. Nah.
That's fair. That's
Absolutely, you're fine.
Even I was bored listening to that, I gotta say.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to question number 2. How many people could be beamed up at once on the original Star Trek series? Also, somebody has said Andre sounds like John McEnroe.
That's a compliment. I'll take Johnny Mac. That's good.
Yeah. So, how many people could be beamed up at once on the original Star Trek series? Moving on to question number 3. Not a lot to say about that one.
No, we were letting it lie.
Yeah, that's cool. Here we go. Question number 3. If this prince grows up to be king, it will mean how many English or British monarchs will have held his name?
It's a good question, Jake.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We take pride in our quizzes here at Believe It or Not. We really do. Every once in a while, a question just comes along which we really feel like we've knocked it out of the park. So, yeah. But how many people will have held that name? You guys ready for
Like that's That's including him. Yeah?
Yeah. So
Okay.
if
Not
he-
that I know the answer, so completely academic question. But it includes him. So yeah, if
Yeah.
he's also, then okay.
Yeah, absolutely. If he does become the king, how many? That's the name of the round. It does include him, Simone. All right, moving on to question number 4. How many New Zealanders have won an Olympic cycling gold medal? So specifically gold medals. How many New Zealanders have won for cycling? John, are you much of a cycler?
Not at all.
Nope, don't
No, not
don't-
my bag. Not my
don't
thing.
care for the bike. And Andre?
Nope.
We're runners.
We're runners.
Amateur runners.
Yes.
Yeah, we win running gold medals, not
That's
cycling. Yeah. All right, I'll give a couple more moments with that one, and then we'll move on to our question number 5. Argentina is bordered by how many other countries? I really love the sun on the Argentinian flag, eh?
The little like face.
But he's just so like pouty and like, ooh. Do you get what I mean?
I don't know if that was jumping the shark or not. That was
Sheesh, the first quiz and we've jumped the shark already. Goodness me. It's all downhill from here, boys. Paulie Love says, good point. Moving on to question number 6. How many dice maximum can a defender roll at any one time in a game of Risk?
I've never played this game.
You've never played the board game Risk?
No, I know Andre likes it. I've never played it.
You've never played the game of global domination?
Never. I've seen Kramer play it, but I've never played it.
That seems hard to do. I mean, it's not quite not playing Monopoly in your life, but it's close.
Yeah, it never happened.
Mrs. Morgan, I mean, come on, what were you doing?
Didn't have a
Raising this
board.
boy, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, how many dice may a defender roll? Moving on to question number 7. 19.7684 acres is how many hectares? Again, if you're just joining or you don't know, it's not too difficult. We're not asking you for a big crazy number or anything like that. It's literally your answer is either going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10. It's going to be one of those answers. So if you don't know, take a stab in the dark, or you can use the process of elimination later on to figure it all out and see if you can get yourself there. And I know with YouTube boys, this one's obviously going to help you eliminate things, right?
Oh, this is the one, yeah.
Yeah, this is a lock for both of you.
Yeah.
I'd like to believe.
This weird blinking that's happening. Or is that just my screen?
That's just you, I think.
Oh.
All right. Moving on to question number 8. How many different countries comprise the Baltic states?
Oh, someone has an advantage here.
I don't know
That
what
I
you're
know
talking
what they
about.
are. Or...
I would say, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say you probably do have a bit of advantage there, Andre, but that's all right. It seemed like he's had an advantage this whole quiz, going off the scores, Jono.
I wasn't gonna say it.
bit of a light ribbing. Never hurt anyone. Moving on to our question number 9. How many doors does the human body have according to yoga?
Never done it.
Never done yoga?
I've always wanted to do Bikram yoga, but I've never done it.
Hot yoga.
Hot yoga.
Yeah. Well, how many doors is what I want to know. And I want you guys to tell me. moving on to question number 10, and our last for our How Many round. How many different Aston Martin cars feature in the upcoming James Bond film, No Time to Die? Is it 4, 6, or 8? So to be a little more specific there, how many different models? It's not how many cars of each model or anything like that, because I'm sure there's lots of those. But just how many different model Aston Martin cars feature in the upcoming James Bond film? 4, 6, or 8? How are you boys feeling about that one?
I'd say give some time for this round, just because you've got to kind of work out, well, I've used this number, I haven't used that other number.
Yeah, absolutely. That's completely fair. And
It's that kind of round.
yeah, it's a bit of a technical round. People can, eliminate that if you've got a 7 on lock, you can eliminate that from the list of numbers. Cam Wakefield says, can't be any of them. I don't have 4, 6, or 8 left. That's on you, Cam. Because I can tell you true, it's one of those numbers. All right. And for those of you who are still looking for that elusive ponderous puzzle, here is your next clue. Constructed in 1846, this dock is the reason I am such a powerful port city. At one time, 40% of the world's trade passed through my docks. The soap opera Brookside was set here. My 2 daily newspapers are the Daily Post and the Echo. Boxing and football are 2 popular sports here, and Hope Street runs between my Anglican and Roman Catholic cathedrals.
Cam Wakefield, our host in the Tron. Shout out to him, who Jake just mentioned. Good on Cam Wakefield.
Yeah. It's so good to see so many quiz hosts in the chat. I'm really enjoying it. Matt Anthony says, will there be any fruit and veggie questions leaking into the sports round? Probably not. Yeah. But good to have our quiz hosts in. They don't usually get to do the quizzes themselves, so hopefully this is a bit different for them.
I mean, that's how I got my start. I used to go to the quizzes and then started writing them. Same with Andre. So, no, it's great to actually do it.
Yeah. It's good fun. Good fun to do a quiz, even from the comfort of your own
Omar
home.
makes a good point. You lost a good pun opportunity with leaks.
True.
See, Omar is a quiz host. I know Omar. So there you go.
Nikki, it looks like Knickers Spickers Dolp should have got that ponderous puzzle earlier, but then I always should. That's
yeah, this
all right.
is a Knickers Pickers Ponderous, I would say.
All right, should we move into some answers for these rounds? Are you boys feeling up to it? Feeling ready?
And a shout out to Bosuns as well. That's where I host. I should mention that.
Shout out to
Bosuns
Bosuns. All right, let's move into some answers for
and the gated community, yes.
How many rounds? We're going to go straight into it. All right, question number 1. How old was Tatum O'Neal when she became the youngest Oscar winner ever for her role in Paper Moon? Obviously, I have your boys' answers in already. We're going to go straight into it because people have been asking if we do it this way. She was 10. So that's 10 knocked off your list. Jono, how old did you say she was?
I said she was 10. So the youngest is... we had it as the cryptic clue a few weeks ago. The boy in Kramer vs. Kramer, Justin Henry, the youngest to be nominated, but the youngest to win is Tatum O'Neal. Yes, at 10.
So the youngest nominated is 7 for Kramer vs. Kramer, but yes, youngest winner 10, Tatum O'Neal.
Yes.
Andre, what did you have for me there?
Yeah, I had 10 as well.
All right. Well, that's 10 knocked off our list, leaving the other numbers left to find. Moving on. How many people could be beamed up at the once on the original Star Trek series?
Stand by, Enterprise.
I missed this up in what I posted to you. Never mind.
The answer is 6. 6 is the maximum. I don't know why the video shows only 2, but as you can see on the ground in their little circles, there's space for 6 people. So
that was the budget of the time.
It could do 6.
It could do 6, but
the
the cameras could only fit 4 people on screen at once. Andre, what did you have for that one? You said you messed it up. How did you mess it up?
I messed it up, but I would have gotten it wrong anyway. I put 9.
9, so no points for Andre. Jono, what did you have?
I had 6. process of elimination with some other numbers, really.
All right, so that's points to
I do
Jono.
love Star Trek, but it's a hard question.
It's a difficult question. How many is often a harder round, so that you can do exactly that with the process of elimination and figure it out eventually. Speaking of, question 3. If Prince George grows up to be king, how many will have held his name? Jono, how many did you say?
I said George VII.
All right, George VII. And Andre, what did you say?
Yeah, Georgie VI was Elizabeth's dad, right? So I assume
The King's Speech, yeah.
Yeah, George VII is correct. He would be the 7th of his name. There he is as a little baby boy up in the top right corner. What a cutie. All right, moving on.
What a cutie.
What a cutie. Aren't babies cute, guys? Moving on to question number 8. How many New Zealanders... question number 4, sorry. How many New Zealanders have won an Olympic cycling gold medal? The answer is... It's just one. It's Sarah Ulmer, 2004. That's the only gold medal we've had in New Zealand cycling. Jono, what did you write down for me?
Yeah, I'd won. That really was a huge deal in 2004.
It really,
yeah.
I remember being a kid and being like, everyone was like, whoa, this is crazy. And I was like, is it? I don't know. I'm a kid, but it was a big deal.
Sarah Ulmer was a big deal, yep.
Yeah. And Andre, what did you have?
Yeah, I won as well. I just remember how popular she was after that. For
Yeah,
that
and she
moment. It was real cool.
She's been advertising lamb ever since.
She's been coasting off that. Yeah.
Moving on to question number 5. Argentina is bordered by how many other countries? It's bordered by 5 other countries. Bolivia, Brazil, Chile, Paraguay, and Uruguay. Jono, you said?
I had 5. Again, process of elimination.
Yeah, and Andre, you said?
I had 4.
4. That's very interesting in that it is incorrect.
Oh.
Thanks for your honesty, though. I appreciate it. Moving on to how many dice maximum can a defender roll at any one time in a game of Risk? Andre, I thought you might know this one.
I hope so after the banter, but 2. I had 2.
All right, and Jono, how many did you have?
Despite never having played it, I assumed 2. 2 made sense.
2 does make sense because it's the right answer. 2 is what you are looking for.
How do you rate that board game?
I don't love Risk, I'm going to be honest. It's only in that it's a classic and it feels very dated to play. There's a lot better board games that do the same thing, but it is a classic. You know, having said that, I've played many great fun games of Risk. So, you know, wouldn't make my top 10, but it's a fine game. Question number 7. 19.
I just left you there.
Yeah, you just left. Thanks. 19.7684 is 8 hectares is what we were looking for. Jono, what did you tell me?
Yep, I had 8.
All right. And Andre, what did you tell me?
I guessed 5. Man, I'm doing terrible.
All right. 5 is incorrect.
Yeah, keep it moving. Some people are getting a bit antsy.
Okay. And
no one's left,
a lot of Risk talk. I'm shocked they didn't leave it.
How many different countries comprise the Baltic states? Andre, I'll throw to you on this one because I assume you had it.
I have 3. Hoping it's 3.
Yeah. And Jono, what did you have?
I had 3 as well.
All right. It is, of course, 3. It's Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. All right. How many doors does the human body have according to yoga? I threw to Andre last time because I assumed he'd be the expert. John, I'm going to throw to you this time because I'm assuming you're the expert.
I am not. Again, I don't know.
You're telling me you're not a yoga expert?
No, surprisingly not.
Believe it or not.
Believe it or not. I put 5 again, so I put 5 twice, which is a pitfall of doing how many, having not done it in a long time. So
Right.
I said 5 again, so that can't be right.
Okay. Yeah, that's wrong. Andre, what did you have?
I mean, I had 8, which is also wrong. So
The answer is 9. There's 2 eyes, 2 ears.
See, always one
the
of
mouth.
these questions. The answer always has to be what the question number is as well.
Yeah, 2
So,
nostrils.
I forget that every time.
And the openings for defecation and procreation there.
Some great BION writing there.
Yeah, classic stuff.
Very in depth.
Moving on, how many different Aston Martin cars feature in the upcoming James Bond film? I can tell you right now, the answer is 4. They are the DB5 Avantage V8, which was last seen in the Living Daylights, a current model DBS, and the unreleased Valhalla, which won't be on the road until 2022, which I think is the one in the back there, but I don't actually know for sure.
Knowledge dropped right there. I said 4 just because that was the number left, which is often what happens with question 10.
I'll tell you what, it sounds like knowledge dropped. It's definitely Wikipedia dropped on it there, but that's fine. And Andre, how many did you have?
Who cares? It's wrong.
Not 4. So either
Not
6 or 8, which is going to make the scores after a bit of a swing round look like this.
Crushed me, yeah. Annihilated.
Jono's going to jump to 39 and Andre will be on 37. It's still a close game.
Tight.
But of course, Jono has for the first time in this quiz taken the lead. After all of the roasting we gave you earlier, you've proven us all wrong and have swung your way to the top.
How many is such a luck-driven round and I got lucky? That's honestly what it is.
Well, I know you know your sporting games, so maybe this could be your round, but I know that Andre knows his games and his sports, so maybe it could be his round too. It could be anyone's round, but mostly it'll be one of these two boys' rounds. So,
in the chat, sorry to interrupt. Louise just kind of will announce the answer, and then when you know which round you got it, and you just give yourself those points.
Yeah, I'll backtrack a little bit. Sorry. So, for those of you who are wondering the scoring of the Ponderous, the first round is a 10, the second round is an 8, the third round is a 6, and the next round is a 4. Here we go, sporting games. Which one of us is the Princess of Hyrule? Is it A or B?
And boys, can I say, we scheduled this to finish at 9. We should finish right around there, 7:30 to 9. That's a pretty nice, breezy quiz.
Yeah, I think we're going to hit right on the mark.
Yep.
I mean, it was 4 rounds, but hey, we weren't lying to them, so...
Yeah.
No.
And we're finishing on everyone's favourite round as well, sporting games.
Everyone's favorite.
No, suddenly 1,000
about this one, yeah. So we're down to 3 guys. It's like,
yeah. All right, moving on to question number 2. Who was Wayne Rooney playing for here before leaving to join Manchester United?
This one's never come up in a BION quiz. How should I know this?
I don't know what's going on with the audio here. So you're, for some reason, I think you're also getting some other kind of audio going on there, but that's all right.
I'm assuming Star Trek again, or
I think it is, yeah. Something's got gone a bit awry there, but that's all right. All right. So I'm assuming both of you boys know this.
Oh, it's a great turn from Rooney.
Louise Baker, I can tell you the music is not a clue. It's a technical difficulty. Sorry, this is our first time doing the live quiz. There's going to be some spanners in the works around there. So
another comes on.
Was he playing for the Starship Enterprise? Somebody said no.
The 60s were probably the last.
The shade. Moving on to question number 3. Who won the 2005 US Open in golf?
What a question.
I mean,
Yeah, this has got Jono written all over it. I think this quiz maybe is rigged for Jono to really take the lead here in the sport round.
Yeah, I kind of don't know if I can catch up because he crushed in the how many, so it's sort of... This one will probably be both pretty high scores.
My favorite US Open.
Yeah, it's a big US Open in New Zealand for many reasons. But yeah, let's carry on.
Yeah, giving it away.
What are you talking about? It's sporting games. You know, the people need a bit of help. Question number 4. A baccarat in a casino card game refers to anything with a value of what? Jono, how's your casino skills?
Could be better.
Could be better. Andre?
Yeah.
Poor. I would say poor.
Poor. Poor as in I shouldn't be expecting correct answers from either of you boys on this one.
I think I know it, but after how many, my confidence is just shook. I don't know.
All right. Well, we'll move on to question number 5. I played for which Major League Baseball team from 1995 to 2014?
This is an Andre question.
He looks a bit like
Jersey Shore character? Yeah.
I was going to say he looks a little bit like old mate Brendan Lockhead.
He might be the most overrated baseball player of all time.
I won't rise to that kind of nonsense.
Certainly at his position.
All right. Well, should we move on to question number 6? Or do you give a big name in baseball? Moving on. Question number 6. What is the subtitle of the recently released Animal Crossing game on the Nintendo Switch? So the game is called Animal Crossing something. I want to know what the something is. Andre, I assume you should know this one, right?
Yeah, my sister's been playing it like all day, every day during the lockdown. It's a very cute game. Very sweet.
I've been playing it. It's pretty good. My wife's behind me right now, currently playing it. Playing
She's not
Animal
watching
Crossing.
this?
No, she doesn't care. she's got plants to grow, man. Fish to catch. She's busy. Jono, do you have a guess on this one?
No.
All right. Well, moving on. Somebody in the chat says best game ever. This is footage from which year?
Well, now the crew have got to move quickly. They could be in serious trouble, and they're getting off quickly. They could be in danger if they get caught on that rig. They've got to get off the boat fast. The boat is bending. It is going down fast. Look at the 3 on the foredeck. What on earth are they doing? They've got to get off. There's the Team New Zealand chase boat. And they've gone along to pick up the crew. This is incredible. A Formula One racing yacht is breaking up before our eyes and sinking. This is yachting's answer to the Titanic. Look at it go down. They're panicking on getting the crew, making sure they've got the heads, but look how quickly the boat is being sucked into the Pacific.
I love some of that commentary. Yeah, sailing's answer to the Titanic.
I mean, I feel like the Titanic is the boat.
Yeah, we'd all been waiting. Everyone had been waiting for sailing to have an answer to the Titanic. You know, waiting for it to come along, and here it is. Somebody in the chat says that feel when you get sucked into the Pacific. It's pretty good.
Not a great feel.
All right, moving on to question number 8. Who is taking a quick dip here? Jono, a classic Photoshop from the Believe It or Not archives I've pulled here.
It's nice to see water babes resurface. It's been a while.
It's been banned since about 2016, I think.
As it should be.
Yeah, it should have been banned a lot earlier, but hey.
Pulled from the archives there, but quick hi to Patrick, Megan, Baxter, and Sean, just to freak them out. All right, moving on to question number 9. Which New Zealander is depicted here?
Limits over and over and over. On the track, in the paddock, in the mechanic shop. I'd modify it, improve it, and master it till I dropped on the floor with exhaustion.
There you go. That's all the clues you're getting. So, what New Zealander is depicted there? John, I wonder, I'm assuming you boys have both got this one, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, having watched a certain movie, yeah.
Pretty famous name.
Yeah.
He was a character.
That actually solidified my answer. Thank you, John.
Yeah, Jono's given clues to everyone.
Helping you out.
But yeah, he was a character in a recent movie, wasn't he?
Yes.
All right, moving on to question number 10.
Last question.
Which letter depicts the location of the world's largest sports stadium, rather? A, B, or C? So I want to know which letter depicts the location of the world's largest sports stadium.
Oh, Vanessa with the great burn, just with the Derek Jeter talk, says Brendan is not that good looking. So
Mungu Bear says, nice bounce effect. Thank you. We work very hard on our PowerPoint animations. They're probably our proudest moments in quiz writing, I think. How do you boys feel?
A different subject. I like how New Zealand is included in this map, but it's like just in the bottom left corner there.
Oh, yeah. It's like its own thing.
It's not. It's nice of them though. We're here, you know.
Really isolated. Oh, well, appropriate, I guess. All right. So that's our round 4, last round. I'll move into the ponderous puzzle for those of you who are still looking or think you're still looking. This is your last clue. I was a key part of the Battle of the Atlantic in World War II. My city boasts 2 Premier League football teams. One plays at Anfield and the other at Goodison Park. When these teams play each other, it is known as the Merseyside Derby. Derby, rather.
Life goes on day after day.
All right, so I'm going to collect some answers from the boys here. They're going to, turn them in, and we'll see who's the winner. I don't have a prize for you guys, but you've got nearly 1,200 people who are going to give you kudos for winning. And you at home, write down your answers, write down your answer to this question, and count your scores up at the end, and then feel free to let us know on our Facebook what scores you got. Tell us questions you thought were hard, questions you thought were easy, questions you liked. Give us some feedback, because we'll be doing this again next Wednesday. And as I think, as a big fun update to everyone, which you might have seen in the thing, we're likely going to have the chaser Sean Wallace joining us next Wednesday in the quiz as one of the competitors. So we'll see how he does against our Believe It or Not quiz.
Yeah, we're trying to make that happen. He wants to do it. He's keen. Just figuring out the tech side with him. But that should be cool. I imagine he just crushes us completely.
Yeah,
it'll be kind of, if we don't throw like New Zealand questions at him, he should smoke us.
Yeah, as long as if it doesn't get too NZ heavy, I think he should absolutely destroy you guys. But who knows? You guys are smart cookies. You haven't done bad.
Sean Wallace, a lovely guy, hosted our Champions quiz last year. And yeah, it was a pleasure to sit in with him, go over the answers and the questions. So it'd be cool if he could come next week.
He's like, it's not fake. The man loves quizzes. Like, he loves them more than we do. I gotta say. He's super passionate and like genuine about it.
Oh, absolutely. There's nothing he loves more than quizzing. Maybe New Zealand would be the only thing the guy loves more than quizzes, to be honest.
I mean, I assume he says that in every country he visits.
True, probably. All right, should we move into some answers for our sport and games round? I've got answers from you boys. I hope you've got your answers at home. But first off, you were going to get the answer to the ponderous puzzle. If you got it right, write down which round you got it right and give yourself some points, either 10, 8, 6, or 4, for whichever round you got Liverpool in. Liverpool was the answer that you were looking for, of course. It was a pretty easy one for Jono as a big Everton fan.
I love Liverpool. Wonderful city.
Yeah, Liverpool, great city. I also now have an audio file of you saying I love Liverpool that I'm going to play all around the office.
No.
Okay.
That sounded genuinely worried.
Oh, God. Oh, no. All right, here we go. Moving into our answers. Remember, Jono's on 39 and Andre's on 37, so this round could flip either way. Which one of us is the Princess of Hyrule? Was it A, Princess Zelda, or B, Princess Peach? Toadstool. Andre, what did you have for me there?
I had A.
Of course you did. And Jono?
I had A as well. B's obviously in the Mario franchise.
Oh, B's obviously in the Mario
I
franchise.
mean, you nerd. Get out of here. What was that?
You nerd. Yeah, it is A. Princess Zelda from the Legend of Zelda franchise is the Princess of Hyrule. Moving on, question number 2. Who was Wayne Rooney playing for here? As we mentioned earlier, Jono's a big fan. It is Everton. I'm assuming both of you boys had that absolutely correct.
I did. Yeah. I mean, I knew it. I'm an idiot though. Look at what I typed to you, and you'll see why I'm an idiot. I think the joke I made will make it clear that I knew the answer. But yep. He's a one-man team. Okay.
Andre has put it in for the answer. Wayne Rooney, as what team Wayne Rooney used to play
that's
for.
That's a classic quiz mistake. That happens all the time.
It does. It does happen to some people in quizzes. So all right, moving on. Question number 3. Who won the 2005 US Open in golf? It was, of course, New Zealand's own Michael Campbell. That's why it's a big year. Big, important guy. Who got that? Jono, how'd you do on that one?
Yeah.
I'm assuming absolutely got it correct. And Andre?
Yeah, Michael.
Yeah, that's New Zealand's greatest sporting moment right there. Michael Campbell winning the US Open.
New Zealand's greatest sporting moment is in golf,
Yes.
everybody. You hear that. It wasn't 2011 Rugby World Cup or anything like that. It was Michael Campbell winning the US Open. Moving on to question number 4. A baccarat in a casino card game refers to anything with the value of what? Andre, what did you have for an answer for me here?
I had zip 0.
All right, and Jonathan?
Yeah, I think that's right. I had 2, but I think it is 0. That sounds right. I don't know.
It's 0. It is 0.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a point to Andre, no points to Jonathan on that one. Moving on to question number 5. Derek Jeter played for which Major League Baseball team? It is, of course, New York Yankees.
Damn Yankees.
Jono, I'm assuming you had that one correct?
Yep.
And Andre?
It's his team.
This is going to be a tight finish. Race to the end between these two boys. What is the subtitle of the recently released Animal Crossing game on the Nintendo Switch? Andre, what did you have for me?
It is New Horizons.
It is, of course, New Horizons. Jono, what did you have written down?
I gave you nothing. I have no idea.
You gave me nothing. Zip,
Nada.
zip, nada. All right. Well, moving on. Oh, this is footage from which year? Jono, what year did you say it was?
When it comes to sailing, it's always 1995.
You said 1995 when it
That
comes
was
to
my exact logic. Like, yeah, bro, it's old, it's sailing, it's got to be 95.
Yes, of course, 1995 is the big year for sailing. All right. Who was taking a quick dip here? Andre?
Kournikova, Anna.
Yeah, and Jono?
Yeah, AK.
It is, of course, Anna Kournikova, tennis extraordinaire. Is that right? Yeah, that's right.
I don't know about extraordinaire. But
Yeah, not quite right.
Yeah, the tennis is right. The rest, who knows? Question number 9. Which New Zealander is depicted here? It is, of course, the famous race car driver, Bruce McLaren.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan, what did you have?
Yeah, Bruce.
Yeah, I was like weighing up Possumborn because them and Scott Dixon are like the only racing New Zealanders I know. But when you said recent movie, I assume you meant Ford versus Ferrari. So.
Oh, we did
Bruce,
mean Ford
as
versus
in the
Ferrari.
60s,
Giving some
I know
clues
that.
away. The big clue there, I think, from all of those was founded its own racing team and company and a team, yeah, which is of course McLaren. Moving on, question number 10, and the last answer for our entire quiz tonight. Which letter depicts the location of the world's largest sports stadium? Jono?
C.
C, and Andre?
Yeah, I went C. Just the logic being like commies just go hard on like vanity projects so that they look
Wow.
good. But I assume that's North Korea. You're pointing at, no South Korea. But...
It is.
Yeah,
It is
there you
the Rungnado May First Stadium in Pyongyang, North Korea, which has a capacity of 114,000 people. It's about 4,000 bigger than the closest, which is in India. So that's the answer, yeah, is C. And that's all the answers for our quiz. To give you guys a big score update, Jonathan's on 47 and Andre is also on 47.
That seems so rigged. Oh,
It
That's pretty good,
seems
though. I like that.
very, very rigged, but
That's good.
that is the scores. So, how about we go into a tiebreaker for you two boys? Does that sound like a good idea?
Sure. If you
Okay.
wanna.
Yeah, I got a tiebreaker for you. We got our classic sorting the winners out. Before we do, I'll just say it's been great being here. My name's Jake Love, and I've had Andre with me and Jono competing. And we'll go in. According to the sign outside of the bar, Cheers was established in which year? So, Andre, if you want to send me your answers in Discord, Jono as well. If you want to send me those, and then we'll see who gets closest.
Haley, it is out of 60 because we did do the list and the ponderous, but we didn't do any jokers. So 64 rounds and 2 gimmicks.
All right, I've got a guess from Jono, and Andre, I don't think I have one from you yet.
Nah, just making up some numbers. Hold up. I feel like at least 100 years ago, right? And the show was set in the 80s, so okay.
I've got it right.
Well, that's you probably wrote the damn thing originally.
I've got it right.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Go for it.
All right. So I can tell you. Andre has given me the answer 1890, but Jono is going to take out the answer with the quiz because he got it bang on the money. It is 1895 was the year I was looking for. Jono guessed 1895. Andre guessed 1890. So the winner of the inaugural Believe It or Not Live is going to be Jonathan Morgan.
Boo.
I'm just glad it was Cheers. The fact that it was Cheers was the big thing.
All right, Jono, you got any winning words? Anything you want to say, or I don't know, plug or anything? Plug your life. Plug your Tinder.
To shout out a few more people, the Morgan family, Tanya Bradley, Jess Latrobe, Elliot Smith again, Jason Mitchell, Ravi Naran, Jacob Love, Andre Kostovats, Brendan Lockhead, Matt Ansley, Morgan Pringle, all of those people. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you. And hopefully we can do it again next week. I really enjoyed it. And I hope the people at home have too, and I hope you've enjoyed your free quizzes too, just to keep you a bit busy during this time.
Yeah, you can keep us up with us on Facebook or on Instagram. I don't think we post much on our Instagram, but our Facebook's the main place to keep up with us. We'll be looking to do one of these every Wednesday night, and who knows, if you let us know if you loved it, and maybe we'll see if we can do some more. Who knows? I've been Jake Love. You can check me out on Instagram if you really want to, at Jake Loves Ya. Andre, do you have an Instagram or anything like that?
No, but I do want to say, if you watched, please send feedback because we will iterate on stuff, especially how long we take with answers and between rounds and during rounds and stuff. I think we will probably keep it chatty, not like horrendously chatty if we have the balance wrong, but we will probably keep it chatty in the next few streams as well. So if you hated that and that's your feedback, that's cool. But just know that, that probably won't change massively, but we will kind of try and nail it so that it's the right amount of chatty so that you're not watching in silence, but that also we're not like annoying the hell out of you as well. But any feedback, if you want to post it on Facebook, that's cool. Otherwise, email it to info@believeItorNot.co.nz. And thank you for watching. It was like 1,000+ people. We had no idea it would be that many. It was kind of amazing.
1,200 people. That's pretty great. All right, so should we play us out with some music or something?
Play something by there's this new act called Jake Love who's really good.
No, I don't want to play any of my own music. If you want to hear my own music,
you're promoting your Instagram. Well, you're too good now.
I'm too good to play my own songs, but you can. I want to play some of my friends. This is an artist I like. She's another Wahine New Zealand artist called Belladonna. This is her new song, Calling Out Your Name. I really like it. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye.
Good night.
See ya.
Last night